Hey y'all, quick tutorial today. I'm going to show you how to deploy n8n Community Edition on Replit. So if you're not familiar, n8n is a workflow automation tool. But if you didn't know, they have a Community Edition, which means that you can use it pretty much for free if you have somewhere to host that Community Edition. And so what I did is create a template on Replit. I'm going to walk through how you can deploy this today. So what we're going to do is click Remix this app. I'll click Matt's tutorial here, and we're going to remix it. And what we do when we remix an app is basically we create an entirely separate copy of that app in our own workspace on Replit. So this assumes you have a Replit account. There's a link in the description if you want to sign up for one. But what we get here in our little workspace is our README and some files. And so I've configured this environment to use everything that you need to deploy this template. We're just going to have to follow some instructions here. So I'm going to create a new tab. I'm going to pull it to the side here, and we're going to follow the README instructions. So first, we're going to have to create a database because n8n needs a database to run. And Replit's really great for adding databases. So when I click Create Database, I now have a Postgres database in my project that our n8n instance is going to read and write from. So we're going to have to rename some secrets to be compatible with n8n. So if I go to the secrets pane, we'll see that our database created these secrets. And what I'll have to do here is rename them from PG database to DB Postgres DB database. It's kind of annoying, but we're going to do it. And a really quick way to rename this is to click edit as .env. You're going to see my database secrets, but I'm going to delete this app before you see this video. Anyway, so we don't need that database URL, but we do need this one, DB Postgres DB database. And then we're going to do the same thing for the host, DB Postgres DB host. As a reminder, never really show other people these values. I'm just doing it because I've already removed this project, DB Postgres DB port. Same thing here, DB Postgres DB user. And then finally, DB Postgres DB password. We can click save, and we just renamed all those values. Now we're going to need to add two new secrets. And the first one is DB type, and that's Postgres DB. That tells n8n that we have a Postgres database, DB Postgres DB SSL enabled, and we'll go true to enable SSL connections. So now if I click run in the console, what we should see is that n8n is going to initialize. And this can take a little while because it's pretty resource intensive. But typically after 10 or 15 seconds, you're going to start to see all of these like database commands running in the console. So you can see here, no encryption key found. It's ignoring a few things, and now it's running a bunch of database migrations. So don't worry too much about what's going on here. Under the hood, what's happening is that n8n is creating a bunch of database tables. So in our database, if we go into development database, we're not going to see any tables, but as this is running, it's actually mapping all those tables, creating migrations, and very soon we should see some tables start to come through. So if I go to my data here, clearly editing the development database while it's writing data isn't the best. There we go. Overview. We got a bunch of tables coming in here. So n8n is starting to like build the scaffolding out for this project. And while this is running, you're just going to see n8n is starting up. It looks like we might need to add another command here. I'll add this to the README. So by the time you see this video, we'll have this as well. n8n runners enabled true. We'll do that as well. New secret, n8n runners enabled true. And we'll add that to the README as well for y'all. And so what you'll see is that the editor is now accessible via localhost 5678. If I go to a preview, we refresh this. Let's see what we get. So this is the n8n login page. I'll do Matt at matt.mat. My name is Matt. My last name is Palmer, not Matt. And my password will be my super secret password. Very secure. Next. And so now I have my n8n account, and I'm going to fill out my survey because I'm a honest person and I'm not just filling out the survey. And so this is actually an important step. So to get paid features for free forever from n8n, you just have to fill out, enter your email here to receive a license key, and then they'll send that over to you. And the way that you activate that is just by going into your settings, and you unlock the features by entering your license key, by entering your activation key here. But what I have here now is n8n. And so I'm not going to go into the details of this, but it's running in the workspace. And what that means is that if we deploy it, it will run in production as well. So now I'm going to head over to deployment. We've kind of set everything up. We've wired up the thing. Honestly, if you want to, you can use n8n here inside of Replit without deploying it. That's one option. But if you have workflows that you want to schedule, you're going to need to deploy it to have those execute on a schedule. So what we do here, we come over to production deployments. I would recommend a reserved VM. Why? Because reserved VMs are always on servers. And that means that if you have a cron job that has to run every day at like 7 p.m., it's going to execute no matter what. Auto scale deployments scale up or down if they're not being used. So I believe you could use an auto scale deployment because I think n8n will keep your app alive, but Reserve VM have the highest availability, and that's what I recommend for this app. I have a video going into all the different types of deployments and how they work if you want to learn more about that. So we're going to set up our deployment. I'm going to rename this n8n mat test. And the cool thing, right? What I talked about here is if you don't want to pay higher fees, this is a really great way to self-host n8n. You can do it for $20 a month. Or if you're running like really intensive jobs, like you can really scale this up or down. So say, you have a business and it's making you thousands of dollars a month and you really want to beef it up, but you don't want to pay by the task. This actually would be more cost effective than what n8n is offering. We're going to stick with this smaller instance though. You don't have to modify any of these things. For our deployment secrets, we're going to use these variables, the database we just configured, and we want a web server. We don't want a background worker. So I'm going to click deploy. And what we're doing is we're taking a snapshot of that environment and we're promoting it to the cloud. And so what that means is that this app's going to function exactly as it did in your workspace. Now, something that we've recently added are development and production databases. In this instance, in our app here, we're not using development or production databases. We're just using the same database. I think, we saw it over here. It's the development database. You do have two databases, but ultimately these key off of the environment variables. So because we renamed these secret variables, we kind of lose the possibility of using the production database here. So, you can see that we have, I think, a different URL. And I'm fine exposing this because, again, I've deleted this. So CC3 and then the development database has different database credentials. So what you could do if you wanted to switch your databases back and forth is on deployment, you would need to change those variables to reference your production database environment variables. And again, these are really sensitive. So unlike me, don't go showing these to everyone. Again, this app will be deleted by the time you see this video. So it's not really a concern. But that's how you could use production and development databases with n8n. What we're doing here is we're just using the same database because, ideally this is our own instance. n8n comes with auth, so we'll be logging into it. And what are some other things you could do? Well, if you're on a Replit Teams plan, you could actually gate this behind private deployments. So, you could have like if you had team members that were collaborating and you wanted to deploy this for your team, you could do that. You could also start to build out other automations, have other things running inside your Replit app here. I'm going to come back once this is done deploying, and we're going to walk through what we did. Yep. So we're back. Couple minutes later, we have our deployed app. And if I click on this URL, you might see internal server error. Now, what's happening is that this takes a little bit of time to start up. And we can see that if we go into the console logs and check out what's happening. So you can see kind of, hey, we're initializing this process. We're getting started, right? We weren't quite deployed until just now. And so if I go back here I refresh this, we're gonna see that our app's working. So if you see that internal server error, just wait like a minute or two, and your app's gonna start working. And better yet, you get this sign-in page. If you didn't create a login, you're gonna see the login page first. And this is where we'd enter matt@matt.com, and then we'd enter our password. That's it. We just built and deployed our n8n server. From there, you could log in here and just start building out workflows, linking your account, doing all the stuff that you want to do. The important thing to remember is like how this works, right? It's built on a reserved VM on Replit, which means that it's always running. It has a dedicated database that's powering the application. So you can build out these workflows, add all your information. It's going to be stored securely in the database, and you're going to have authentication on this n8n app. And so it's really pretty powerful to be able to run the community edition on Replit, to be able to share it with your team if you want to get it behind a private deployment, and to be able to power these workflows without paying for an additional tool. But again, this is how you can deploy an n8n app on Replit. I'm Matt. Until next time. Peace.